You guys probably seen this video, NIO's factory, with a huge amount of NIOs parked right there. What's going on? I'm going to be explaining in this video. So every time a customer goes to buy a NIO, your NIO fellow, which is your dedicated sales rep, will ask you if you want to wait for your custom NIO to get manufactured, or do you want to buy one of the existing pre-built vehicles, which could be one that's already on display or a lot of vehicles that they have at the factory. And usually they can offer you a little bit of discount when it comes to financing, aka a slightly lower rates. But the biggest benefit, of course, is of the wait time. It's considerably less than if you have to get your car manufactured. But this does indicate NIO's supply. So a couple weeks back, when I went to a NIO house and just handed over a lot of NIO masks to the NIO manager and NIO sales reps, and I interviewed that guy, and one particular question that was really indicative of this situation was how long the wait time was if you were to buy a NIO right now. And he said 1 month, and he also said there's a lot of 现车, which is pre-built existing vehicles, and that only takes 1 week. So basically, if you want to buy a NIO right now, you're in a hurry, you don't want to wait for the car to get manufactured. 1 week, just gets shipped from the factory over here to whichever city you're at, and you'll have your vehicle. But of course, this does mean that NIO has a lot of extra pre-built vehicles that perhaps A, someone else canceled on their order, or B, they just want to keep producing at peak capacity so that they're always going to have cars available. So does NIO have a demand problem? And I'm going to be very honest with you, NIO does have a demand problem. And, even with the extensive conversation with the NIO manager at the other NIO house, he told me that it's getting harder and harder to sell. It's getting harder and harder to sell. The bonuses are, less and less because they can't sell as many vehicles as before. And partially it's due to several reasons. Now, reason number one is because if you know about NIO and you do your research, thorough research on NIO, you will understand that the ET5 is just so much better than what NIO has to offer right now, at the moment, excluding the ET7. I want to preface this by saying, existing NIOs are absolutely fantastic vehicles, right? Full aluminum frame body. You don't really get that on any other vehicles. Dual motors, unlimited warranty, battery swap. Man, all killer features. Very good selling points. But these are outdated, right? My EC6 is based on the ES6, which is almost 3 years old now. And with the announcement of ET7 and ET5, it's like, let me give you an example. It's like Apple, right? Right now it's 2022. Apple's still only selling the iPhone 11s, but they've announced the iPhone 13, but you can't buy it yet. You can't buy it. No, the only phone you can buy is the iPhone 11 from 2 years ago. And if you want to buy the iPhone 13, you'll have to wait. You have to wait 6 to 9 months to buy the iPhone 13. But right now, your choice is the iPhone 11. Meanwhile, the competitors, right? The competitors are all coming up with brand new products. And this is the similar dilemma that NIO is in right now. And it's the fact that all these other guys are making EVs now. Not just domestic companies like BYD, which have been just killing it. I mean, like, they've been doing a fantastic job. But guys like Cadillac, right? They announced the Lyriq, and I remember vividly when this was announced, so many NIO owners were like, oh, I'm going to sell my NIO and go for the Cadillac Lyriq. I'm like, what? Just like that? Come on. And then also the BMW iX, right? EQS, even though EQS is much more expensive, but you get the point. And even right now, already what we're seeing is a lot of Volkswagen ID4s on the road. I see a ton of them because it's clearly visible with their just the line, their lights. I mean, even the logo's lit up. Come on, you can't miss that. So a lot of these guys are offering new products, right, that are very competitive, whilst NIO is still trying to sell a vehicle from 2 years ago. You get the point. But of course, NIO will still sell because no matter what, these cars are still fantastic. It's just outdated. There's nothing wrong with buying an iPhone 11 in 2022. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of people are waiting for the ET5. A lot of people are waiting for the ET7. A lot of people are waiting for the ET5. And unless you're super keen on getting SUV, most people just get the ET5. Better tech, cheaper price, much more advanced. Just like how if Apple announced the iPhone 13 and they're still selling the iPhone 11s, only iPhone 11s, they announced the 13s, people will probably be waiting for the 13s. Now, something else that really exaggerated this video was the fact that many cities in China are still in lockdown. Which, can you believe it, man? Like in this day and age, lockdowns? Yeah, especially cities like Shenzhen, right? They're one of the financial hubs of China. They have a ton of deliveries there. And also Shanghai, which is hit pretty hard with COVID recently. They've also had to do like a semi-lockdown, but of course that's gonna hurt deliveries no matter what. Beijing, which I'm in, has been fairly spared. So the biggest markets for NIO is, of course, Shanghai is the #1 seller, and then Beijing #2, and then about #3, #4 is Shenzhen. So you can imagine the #1 and #3 biggest markets for NIO has been hit by COVID. So that's definitely gonna undermine NIO's deliveries for this month. A bit of a spoiler for my deliveries video, but you guys get the point.